Welcome to the Daily Clock, where Africa counts, sees, and conquers. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for more content like this. They say when you unburden yourself, good things are quick to follow. So naturally, forgiveness is humanity's highest calling. There is nothing more compelling than when animosity is put aside for a true turnaround. Maybe peace is temporary, but the strides in between are truly inspirational. Today's fire. Top 10 Forgiveness. Warning: the content you're about to see may contain sensitive images. 10. Ethiopian peace talks. Ethiopia saw a new democratic government under Abiy Ahmed after the leader, often called relatable and down-to-earth, referred to the acts of his own party as atrocities and acts of terror. The recent fight against rebels is military-led, and with Ahmed often at the front lines as Prime Minister, earned him the Nobel Peace Prize in 2019. Many Ethiopians are hoping he would bring peace and finally prosperity in his humility. 9. Congo topples King Leopold II. In 2019, Belgium refused to offer an apology to the Congolese, asking for forgiveness for the crimes of the Belgian colony. When King Leopold decided to colonize the Congo, he subsequently enslaved, tortured, and killed millions of people, earning him rather conveniently the title of the worst colonizer to land in Africa. Claiming for his people much land, and yet Congo in insurmountable pain. A statue of Leopold II was taken down after mass protests and signatures. The UN is calling for a Belgian apology. Once Leopold, the mutilator and builder king, was toppled, Congo sang and rejoiced. 8. Ugandan Civil War. Uganda had hopes when ousting dictator Idi Amin that the bloody battles would come to an end. However, as the fight for rule escalated, the current president Museveni was elected, bringing almost 36 years of his singular rule. Surprisingly, Uganda is known to favor talks, reconciliation, and economic repatriation when such issues are raised further. When visiting villages, you will hear much reference to forgiveness and healing from the past. 7. Angola, 1977. Angolan President João Lourenço apologized on May 26, 2021 for mass executions in 1977. While the road is long, the first step must be noted, and as remains are being returned to families, we may be looking at a significant example of healing in Angola. There are many other groups hoping for the same recognition in Angola's wider reconciliation process. 6. Sierra Leone, after the locusts. The story of Sierra Leone is long-standing. It is widely known the hope for democracy was quickly wiped out. What would follow would define Sierra Leone for decades. When the elected government stole money for allies, they began looking to public land and resources to fund their debt. Children went from school into war zones. Nowadays, those same children reintegrate into society as grown men in great pain. The most heartbreaking story in Africa was wholly orchestrated by a democratic government. 5. Namibia receives a letter from Germany. In 2021, Germany wrote a letter to Namibia to apologize for the slaughter of the Herero and Nama people of Namibia over a century ago. The letter offered billions to the region in economic development. However, the chiefs of the Herero and Nama doubt the government will even notice the region should they receive the money. As it stands, the incident, which saw a war for land, is a great embarrassment to the German people. 4. Liberia Civil War. Often, America goes unchecked in the colonization of Africa. Yet Liberia, once called Pepper State, saw just this of African Americans by decree of American Quakers and racists alike. However, when a clear prejudice became apparent between natives and immigrants, a war became inevitable. When democracy was established, some stability arrived, only for a political war to also arrive once more. 23 years of mutilation and murder ensued, with child soldiers, now men, struggling to reintegrate while seeking forgiveness. Yet again, Africa's child soldier curse is established by a dark-skinned people. 3. South Africa. Truth and reconciliation. Apartheid or apartness left an awful scar on the people of South Africa. Both black and white never saw coexistence, and many so-called Europeans quickly fled when Nelson Mandela was released from prison. Touch-and-go forgiveness until the hyper-emotional yet honest TRC healed and answered secrets to a dark past in exchange for amnesty. While racially charged upsurges continue to bubble over with years apart, the country of South Africa is often heralded as an example of forgiveness to the past. 2. Rwanda. Truth and reconciliation. Rwanda is a sad and terrifying story. When the tribe of the Hutus and the Tutsis began a siege rooted in a tribalism that was embedded by the problematic colony of Belgium. With death and carnage, hundreds of thousands of people lost their lives. In 1999, a Truth and Reconciliation was established for the Rwandan Civil War and Rwandan genocide, a process that has seen much pain from the now uniting Rwanda. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean a lot to this Wakanda channel. 1. Forgiving Africa's debt. In 2005, many rich Western countries dramatically lowered African debt by as much as 10 times. This was offered to 30 or so African states, intended to allow some extra financing for development and infrastructure. However, by 2015, many African countries had proceeded to borrow more against the dollar, falling into worse debt than before. While the most productive country, South Africa, and in second place, Nigeria, are meeting the GDP index requirements, Mozambique had to default on their debt just last year in 2021, with many more expected to follow. They say when you unburden yourself, good things are quick to follow. So naturally, forgiveness is humanity's highest calling. There is nothing more compelling than when animosity is put aside for a true turnaround. Maybe peace is temporary, but the strides in between are truly inspirational. Thank you for watching. If there's a video you would like to see, please leave a suggestion in the comments section. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. God bless Alkebulan.